a lot of what's happened so far, especially from a property perspective, is there hasn't been much support for the landlord. So obviously the banks have their recourse with the covenants and the covenant testing, whether there's any breaches. The tenants at the moment have been given a right of stay and are communicating with the landlords about whether they can pay, can't pay, but they're protected from, in the harshest term, being kicked out. But the landlord in the middle is sometimes seen as the fat cat who's milking everything. But actually, there's got to be a bit more of an understanding, I think, as a whole, that the landlord is also facing pressure, because if they don't have the income, most landlords are borrowing, and therefore they need to service the debt. And so therefore there's going to be a lot of pressure on the landlords through to the end of this year. They're facing a lot of pressure in terms of people trying to renegotiate leases, etc. And I think that there just needs to be a tolerance to the landlord as well, to help them through this period.
Yeah, I back that massively, because we've done a lot of buy-to-let research recently, just because we know that it goes without saying the current pandemic's hit the direct borrower hard. But if you're looking at the third wheel there, which is the tenant paying back that essentially that mortgage in some way or other, these are the ones where we've had to do some real research on, proactively for us, to get a gauge of what the landlord market is like at the minute and what the feeling is there from a confidence point of view. But actually, it's probably going to change how buy-to-let lenders may operate moving forward as well, because it goes without saying there's also been a staggering amount of landlords that have unfortunately been hit hard and had to take payment holidays on their mortgages right across various different areas of the country. But stepping back a little bit, that's one of the fundamentals of a buy-to-let case, that lenders ask how people would deal with voids, and people have documented how they deal with them but still haven't dealt with them. So that's a real big thing to think about moving forward. And it's probably a little bit that exposes the landlord market a little bit. But again, it's a real proactive area for landlords to help and try and drive that to a positive place.